was in the at Disney for 8 years, and it was literally I was in the dream. People were really surprised when I told them. I always ask myself one question: will I regret a few years later or not? Hi, I'm Hide. I used to work at the Disney animation studio for many years, and I left. Now I'm living in Tenerife and setting up my own company. This is how I connected the dots. I was born in Japan, Osaka. I loved animation, and also I loved the computers. But when I grown up, when I was a university student, it was not connected. But 1996, Toy Story came out.
To infinity and beyond!
And I watched it, and that was animation with a computer. Then these two things, animation and computer, connected. I loved animation, but I realized I was not good at drawing, but I was good at mathematics or physics or programming. Japan was not a big computer graphics industry. It's more traditional 2D anime was bigger. I felt I need to get out to Japan to learn something more. I saved money and I came to San Francisco to study English. The problem is the first interview, usually at that time was on the phone. So every interview I had went to disaster. So it took me a long time to get one small job. My first job was in London. And I went to London by myself, by my backpack, and I loved it. Well, it's really a cultural difference is the biggest. It's really different. And every single moment working outside Japan is a learning process. And that's stimulate me. And the good things about animation, computer animation, is when you're in the computer animation or animation industry, you speak same language. Like you have a same concept already connected with your colleagues. From London, I finished one feature animation film in London. In 2005, I got a job at Disney. So I went back to Los Angeles. Disney Studio had a tour to hiring the people in Europe at that time. So I contacted them and I had an interview maybe 4 times. And luckily they hired me. I became a character TD. Character TD is doing the character development from a technical side. Usually it's called rigging, which you create a bone, a muscle system to a facial expression system in a 3D model to be able to make move or make a facial expression. From the day one, I felt I was dreaming. Every process, every day, from the morning to the end, I learned a lot, and I was so happy to work with the most talented people in the world. First movie I worked on is Bolt. It's a story about a super dog.
You're Bolt, the super dog!
Where's Penny?
She was kidnapped by the green-eyed man.
And I was in charge of creating this hamster in the bowl, which is a sidekick of the Bolt. When I came to Disney, what I have learned is any art form, you have these two things. One is artistic input. The other one is very important. It's technology input. So this is something I didn't know before. Because for animation, I thought everything is artistic input. But if you think about Imagineering, like a Disneyland, there's an artistic input. Also, there's a big technology behind. There's always artistic side of it. Also, technology. They have to work together. After I worked on the Bolt, I worked on the Tangled, which is the princess with long hair. They put me to this task for creating the Rapunzel hair, 22 meters long hair in the computer animation, which is big challenge. I was at Disney for 8 years, and it was literally I was in the dream, and I enjoyed every day, every single moment at the Disney Animation Studio. But one day, my French director friend, called me from Paris, and he asked me to help his project. And he said, "You don't want to live in Paris?" And actually, living in Paris was my another dream, like in my bucket list. People were really surprised when I told them to quit a job at Disney and move to Paris. But for me, it was not that hard because I knew my intuition. I thought this is the right decision. In my mind, I started feeling I need to find place to give me this work and life balance. And one day, I had a girlfriend at that time. She got a job at Tenerife. Long story short, we broke up, but I found this place, this house right now in the Terrace. I found some life and work balance. So when I was at Disney, of course, there's a dreaming job, but pressure is as big as the company itself. So you work hard, and end of the day you come back, you have some stress, right? So you need to release your stress. That's for everybody. When I was at a Disney, how I release my stress is going shopping or going to the bar with my friend, drinking a lot. What is the big difference here is I work hard enough, but when I come back to my house here, all stresses go resolved immediately. And sometimes I go into the water, swimming. Then when I come back, all stress is gone somehow and ready for tomorrow for fight. I was working as a freelance already, and I got many contacts. And one day they wanted to work with me with a big project, and I needed to create a company because it was a big project. I need to hire more people. So it's becoming to the necessity to create a company on the way. I didn't have any time to think about. I had to do it quickly. And sometimes I was luckily in Tenerife, they have a tax incentives for animation or movies or IT or tech or video game. So the government, Canary government helped me to set up the company. And first 2 years, it was a crazy running, like a rat is running, non-stop. I didn't have any vacation times for myself. Every day I was working like morning to night to keep my company up and running. Why I could make this happen, keep doing this, because I had this life and work balance, good balance in Tenerife. That's what I think. Used to be to work on animation or a big project, you have to be in the city. But because of that, you can work remotely from the island, like Canary Island, for United States or Japan or Canada or different city. I sometimes miss this nightlife, going to the bar with my friend, or some cultural stimulations, some going to the museum or going to the show, going to the concert. Tenerife is more like fundamental, like a more nature, relax. This lifestyle give good balance on life and work. I always talk myself. If there's a two way, when you have to make a decision, like when I decided to move to San Francisco to study English, same time they're working, find a job, or move to Paris to quit my dreaming job at Disney. I always ask myself one question: that if I don't take a decision, will I regret a few years later or not? So try to get out all the noise, and just ask pure question: if you regret or not. You have only one life, so just enjoy your life. I always tell this to the younger generation: work hard and play harder. Then your life is fine.